A storybook makeover on a Dollar Tree and secondhand budget? I've got such a treat in store for you today.
This is Kathryn, known locally as the Dollar Tree Queen. Her thrift obsession began small. It did not stay that way.
It didn't. I basically thrifted my whole house.
So I've been making over so many places of our home. I recently made over our master bedroom on a budget to be like a French chateau. I absolutely love it. I made over for less than $200 our upstairs bathroom and our powder room into like a moody kind of French theme.
And today we're making over another spot. I'm sharing lots of ideas you can try. Let's head to the thrift store.
I absolutely love books for classic organization, especially books that were being thrown away. Maybe they're missing pages. At my Goodwill, the hardbacks are $1.39 and the paperbacks are 99 cents. I like to look for books like this with thinner pages that are at least 300 to 400 pages for this next trick.
Critics may gasp. Somewhere, a book collector just fainted. But the alternative for this book was recycling.
And this book was missing the first 27 pages and the cover. So by folding the pages in on themselves, I can create beautiful organizers. Consider this ring organizer, or maybe for cards, postcards, letters, or my favorite idea, which is coming up hidden in the makeover. So stay tuned. Now, if you remember back this far, you have to let me know in the comments below. This is a DIY I did almost a decade ago on my channel. In fact, this was the same footage that I used back then. I pulled these books out of my neighbor's trash can to save them to use their spines to create a DIY organizer. These books that were destined for the trash is a DIY that has stayed in my home for almost 10 years. Keep the covers connected to two sides of the spines, and I wrapped it around this wooden box. I used hot glue to glue the spines down, and this makes amazing hidden storage, especially for things that are really unsightly on a bookshelf, but you want to be able to keep and have easy access to.
Isn't it lovely? You can hide all of your unsightly bits and bobs, or hide money for chocolate, or hide the actual chocolate. These are easy ideas anyone can try. Kathryn has you covered.
Covered? Okay, that was a dad joke. But of course, the vast majority of the books that I have, I thrifted and I put in my library to read. These are all of my favorites, and I don't think you've ever seen this spot of my house. It's right outside the master bedroom. It's a little hallway that leads in, and this is what I'm making over.
Are you ready for budget tricks? Because I'm ready.
Welcome to Kathryn's boring bookshelves.
I'm selling it as a library.
Ah yes, she calls this a library. She's organized the books in rainbow order with things that collect dust to make herself happy. It did not work. Every day she passes this area and thinks to herself, I'm surrounded by clutter. But she loves books. Books about very handsome fairies who really...
Don't tell them that.
Ah yes, she loves all sorts of books. Perhaps this space deserves to be as romantic as her books. So she decided it was time. It's now time to make the library of her dreams.
I knew clearing out the space would help me see all sorts of possibilities, and I want you to be inspired watching this video. So I picked up this book called The Library. I loved flipping through this just to see all of the amazing libraries that were inside. I was so inspired by all of the European dreamy libraries, the fresco ceilings, the lighting, the ladders. I was ready until...
It was in this moment Kathryn realized she was poor.
Okay, so I can't afford an Austrian library, but I love ladders. I love moody lighting, deep, rich, moody colors, dark academia, and I'm not gonna lie, I love a mural.
Unfortunately, she realized she was still very poor.
No, I'm just Austrian library poor. I don't have an extra $2,000 sitting around for a book ladder.
So she took some leftover paint from her bedroom makeover. This was free.
I did, and I painted the bookcases the same color. And this gave me the dark, moody look, and I knew I could do the rest on a budget.
So one of my favorite things to do when I want something that's really expensive like this is to go on Facebook Marketplace and try to find something similar nearby. And oftentimes people will buy things and just never use them. So if there's something new that you want, especially if it's trending, check Facebook Marketplace to see if it's there first, because you can get something so affordably.
I was looking for a sliding library ladder, and there were a ton of results. And if you increase your radius on Facebook, it will show you even more options. Ladders that retail for $1,000, I found this one for just $270. Like, comparatively, that is huge savings. And with something niche like this, remember, all prices are negotiable.
Look what I found. On Amazon, I'm so excited about this. This is a light and it's plug-in, so no hardware required. I love the little shade on this. I love the gold hardware, and this is wood, but it looks like a book. So I got 2 of these so I can put these in our bookshelf, and this is gonna give us the moody lighting that we're looking for. I am so excited to see how these look.
Then I headed to the thrift store for some accessories.
I'm looking in here for kind of old world organization. I'm looking for leather. I'm looking for lots of fun things that we could put in kind of like a library area. And the first thing that's sticking out to me is this container. Now this is made of leather, which is really nice. And there's 2 of them. And this is priced at just $2.99. I look at Goodwill a lot for organization. You can get organizers for less than $5 that are really nice. This one still has its tag on it for $3.99.
This was just a random day at the thrift store. I love looking at the wicker baskets. They have amazing organizers. They just need some soap and water to get clean.
These are like little shelves. How much do they want for these? $5.99? This is very romantic. It's like very like luxurious. A silverware box. And here they want $2.99 for this. Why is that so pretty? And that's $1.99. I think I might have found just the thing. This globe. Now they want $5.99 for this. I really like it. And these retail for a lot. This is going to be perfect in the library. There's that one too, but I don't think he's quite right.
So back home, and now to put this all together and some of my favorite touches.
Now this is a small space, but the color drenching made a huge difference because it really accentuates the molding. So what used to feel just kind of like blah and bland now feels actually grand. But I'm gonna add a DIY fresco ceiling using peel and stick wallpaper. This is not my first time using peel and stick on a ceiling. I've done it before, but this one I'll be sure to link to below. I'm so excited about.
This wallpaper actually came from Walmart. Kathryn saw it on a Facebook ad. She blames her lack of self-control on this purchase. She justified buying it because it is, in fact, a very small space to cover.
How many minutes till we have to leave?
Like 10, it's fine. I've installed so many of these projects.
I really like peel and stick wallpaper because it leaves no residue. If I change my mind later, I can take it down and it goes up in about 10 minutes or so. I use a box cutter to run it along the molding so I can get a nice clean edge. If you've ever been to the Sistine Chapel, you may recognize this image.
Maybe she found a bit of Italy after all.
What I ended up doing for the second piece was just like lining it up, making sure this middle with God was aligned. That really is a metaphor. You know what I'm saying? Align yourself with God and the rest will fall into place. That's like weirdly powerful. I did have to cut these out, which hopefully it still looks okay. Charlie! Oh my goodness! Look at her! Okay, looking good. I love it. You're officially the best husband ever for making this happen.
This is Charlie. He is the hero of our story. Without him, there would be no ladder. Only Kathryn and regret.
The goal is always measure twice, cut once. You know, it's aspirational. Is that too aspirational?
We're about to find
We can
out.
do this.
Oh, you look like an angel, Charlie. The light behind you with like the fresco. It's in? Oh my gosh, it works! These little lights, and then these cords go all the way to the bottom, and I can just turn these on. Ooh, and it's gonna give us like some moody light, but it's not the overhead light. You can see up top.
Truly though, when I'm sad, I organize something. When I'm happy, I organize something. Taking the smallest spot of my home that didn't have meaning before, or that literally I had to look at this every single day, and it bothered me when I walked by, and making it mine. Using things that I thrifted for just a few dollars, and everything else were things that I already had at home. I wonder if hidden among the treasures you could see some of our DIYs. And for the record, this is my chocolate hiding place. You cannot tell anyone, promise me. And if you visit my library, feel free to take one of my Van Gogh bookmarks. These are my favorite. They also make great gift ideas because they're only a couple dollars a piece. I love them. I got to be intentional with the books I kept. Remember all the great books that I'd read, because everything that went back had meaning.
It was in this moment Kathryn realized her library may be small, but it was grand. What makes it most grand is that it means something to her. And it's even grander that you, dear viewer, are here to witness it. What is life for if not to be made happy by the simple things? And eat chocolate. It wasn't an Austrian library. It was better. Moments from travels. Family. The best words ever given to a page. Hidden memories.
I love how the library turned out. This ladder is so beautiful. It gives the space some gravitas, and it also draws your eye up. So you notice the molding. Plus I can use it to get books down. The kids can get things and put things away here. Charlie's grandfather was in the army, so we have some of his things in here too. And my mother-in-law is really into genealogy, so we put some of those books up here that she has made. But this space is just like so personal, and it feels awesome to be here.
If there's a spot of your home that you didn't think you had the money for, the time for, the know-how for, I just want to encourage you. You can and you should make it just for you.
And of course, my beautiful friend, if nobody has told you today, guess what? You are enough. I gotta do a mic drop so I can hug you.